Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Talk with the Doc Show. My name is Dr. Shireen Banakter. I'm your corrective care chiropractor, as well as functional nutrition and detox specialist. We have an office here in Frisco, Texas. Please get onto our website. This way you can connect to our YouTube, to all of our social media channels, and get all the education and free information that we give out all the time. So our website is www.harmonywellness-frisco.com. My name is Dr. Shireen Banakter, and I'm the host of the Talk with the Doc Show. What I love doing the most is taking care of my community right here, both on the radio as well as here in Greater Texas area. So today we're going to talk about anti-inflammatory foods. And as we will go through the content that we have here on YouTube, you'll find that by just listening to our YouTube videos and podcasts, you can get a lot of information. And even if you changed one thing and incorporated some of these foods that we talk about in your diet, you find that you are so much more healthier by the end of the year. So just doing the one thing really, really helps to get your body to start healing, to start feeling better. Now, lots of you have heard about inflammation. It's a word that is thrown around all the time. And as a matter of fact, it's thrown around loosely. And a lot of people think that inflammation is actually bad for the body. And it's not. Inflammation is something that the body must do. It's the first step in healing. Being continuously in an inflammatory state is what gets us into trouble. Inflammation as a bodily function, it's actually quite necessary. When our body is injured or we're ill, the lymphatic system springs into action. Our immune system springs into action. And the lymphatic system, what it does is it brings all these immune cells and the army of white blood cells to the area of concern by increasing the blood flow. With this increased attention to this area, then there might be swelling, there may be redness, there may be some heat coming off, there may be pain or discomfort. And you've probably seen this inflammatory response in action when you get a cut. Your body, that's how your body heals its cuts. It becomes the cut or the scrape becomes hot, it becomes puffy around the wound, there's extra blood. Inflammation in a healthy body is normal, and it's an effective response that facilitates healing. Sadly, we know that this isn't the whole story. So inflammatory effects are linked to arthritis, to fibromyalgia symptoms, as well as to celiac disease, to irritable bowel syndrome. So, for diseases that are not autoimmune, inflammation can still play a part as the body continuously tries to heal the tissue in that given area. So, despite the connection that's between inflammation and some prevalent diseases, there's also a connection between diet and inflammation that we need to explore. Diet isn't always analyzed in response to an inflammation. There was actually a study in 2014 that studied diet on irritable bowel disease, and they found 33% of patients in that study opted against the proposed anti-inflammatory diet. All of the patients who participated and consumed an anti-inflammatory food found enough relief that they were able to discontinue at least one of their medications. So, in other words, if it doesn't hurt you, don't do it. The anti-inflammatory diet, and that's what we're talking about today. We're going to go over some foods that are part of an anti-inflammatory diet. A Mediterranean diet is always thought of as an anti-inflammatory diet because it's very low. It has little to no red meat. There's no chemicals or meat additives, and it has abundance of omega-3 foods. And that's the one that's normally thought about when we think about anti-inflammatory diets. But let's talk about some anti-inflammatory foods for you here. Just adding green leafy vegetables will decrease the inflammation. So that produce drawer in the first spot in your refrigerator or pantry to fill when you're fighting inflammation. Fruits and vegetables, of course, you know this, are full of antioxidants, vitamins that restore cellular health, as well as anti-inflammatory flavonoids. And if you struggle to consume some of those portions of green leafy vegetables, you could perhaps consider a green juice daily. Bok choy, actually, one of the I've always talked about it, never really added it to my diet, but I finally got it in this Christmas. It's a Chinese cabbage. It's an excellent sort of antioxidant, vitamins, minerals. In fact, in recent study, it shows that it has over 70 antioxidants, phenolic substances in bok choy. So bok choy is a great vegetable to have. Celery is one of my favorites. There is tons of benefits that come with celery, including both not only antioxidants, but also anti-inflammatory abilities. Celery seeds, it's found in either a whole seed form or an extract form or a ground up one. Those are also great on their own, and they help to lower inflammation, fight bacterial infection. It's an excellent sort of potassium. If you can't do celery, you could always do just celery juice. I've seen it being sold everywhere. Number 4 is beets. Again, one of the great ground tubers to have during fall and winter. It is full of antioxidant. It's very deep in color, and that the deepness in color is actually betalain, which gives it that excellent color, and it's an excellent anti-inflammatory substance. When it's added to your diet, it repairs cells and it adds high levels of inflammation, fighting both potassium and magnesium. So if you have any sort of magnesium deficiency, and magnesium deficiency is highly linked with inflammatory conditions, then you want to make sure that you take a lot of beets. Beets is fantastic, an anti-inflammatory that is both rich in both calcium as well as magnesium. Number 5, broccoli. So that poster vegetable that everybody talks about, it's no secret. Broccoli is a valuable addition to any diet. It is actually invaluable. It has both very high magnesium as well as very high potassium. Number 6 is blueberries. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say blueberries now, but I'm going to talk about berries in general are fantastic anti-inflammatory because they have very strong anti-inflammatory properties, and specifically blueberry has quercetin in it. This quercetin is found in olive oil. It's found in dark colored berries. It's found in citrus fruits, and it's a flavonoid. So what does that mean? It's a beneficial substance that is prevalent in fresh food, that it not only fights inflammation, but it even fights cancer. Isn't that fantastic? A blueberry also has what we call anthocyanins. These are water-soluble vacuolar pigments that gives it that red, the purple, or the deep blue pigment. It has tons of benefits. Number 7 is pineapple. Pineapple is known for the enzyme bromelain, which is a digestive enzyme. That's one of the benefits of pineapple. It's been used many, many years. Bromelain itself has been used many, many years in a lot of different anti-inflammatory protocols. Pineapple not only improves heart health, but it also, the bromelain itself helps to fight any blood clotting, and it's nature's answer to those taking an aspirin a day to lower the risk of heart attack. So maybe you should be having some pineapple instead. It also has a lot of vitamin C. It is very high in vitamin B1, in potassium, as well as in manganese. Now, number 8, not my favorite thing, but we do have it in our diet at least twice a week, is salmon. Salmon is an excellent source of essential fatty acids. It's considered one of the best omega-3 foods. Omega-3s themselves, if you don't know, you want to know, it's one of the most potent anti-inflammatory substances. It's showing consistent relief of inflammation and reduction in the need for anti-inflammatory medication. So the source of fish and meat among anti-inflammatory food is really vital. You got to make sure that your fish is not farmed and it's wild caught, because these nutrients you mostly see in wild caught salmon. Number 9 is bone broth. Bone broth is our go-to during the winter in our family. As a matter of fact, our kids drink bone broth all the time before or after dinner. The reason that is so huge, and when I talk to my patients that have digestive system issues or autoimmune issues, bone broth contains minerals in form that your body can easily absorb. It contains calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, silicon, sulfur, and other minerals. And it also contains chondroitin, sulfites, and glucosamine. These compounds are sold as pricey supplements to help reduce arthritis and joint pain. You could really get a lot of that chondroitin, sulfites, and glucosamine in your bone broth. Number 10 on the anti-inflammatory is walnuts. It is shaped like a brain because it does have a lot of omega-3 fats in it. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fats. You can add them to your green salads. You can, with olive oil, it's actually huge. A diet without lots of meats, nuts, and seeds can make up the difference, protein and omega-3. So you got this walnut will make the difference for you. Number 11 is coconut oil. So much can be written about the way that this herb, it's both an herb and an oil, works together to form an anti-inflammatory partnership. So lipids and spices create strong anti-inflammatory compounds. There was a study in India that was done that found the high levels of antioxidants present in virgin coconut oil reduce inflammation and heal arthritis more effectively than any leading medication. So add some coconut oil to your tea, to your coffee, and just cook with it. Number 12 is chia seeds. They are the fatty acids found in nature are more balanced in chia seeds. And let me just all right. So chia seeds, these are great. I put them on salad all the time. They have the ability to reverse inflammation, regulate cholesterol. They have the ability to lower blood pressure. It is an extremely, extremely beneficial for heart. Also, it reverses it reverses oxidative stress within our system. And when you're taking chia seeds, you are less likely to develop atherosclerosis or hardening of the blood vessels. Number 13 is flaxseed. Again, it's one of those things that I put on salads all the time. I have them in the smoothies. We actually grind them and use them. Flaxseed, again, is another one that is full of omega-3s, phytonutrients. It is packed with antioxidant. It has what we call lignans, which are a unique fiber-related polyphenols that provide us with the antioxidant benefits for anti-aging. It is great for hormone balancing and cellular health. You can actually have flaxseed powder that you could put in your smoothies. It helps to eliminate any yeast and candida in the body. So before you get them though, you want to make sure putting them in the coffee grinder to ensure that the digestive tract has easy access to their many benefits. Number 14 is turmeric. I actually have turmeric candies here in our home, and our kids take 1 or 2 of them a day. Turmeric has curcumin in it. It's an active anti-inflammatory compound. It's documented for its effect against inflammation in numerous circumstances. There is a journal called Oncogene. It published the results of a study that showed that evaluated several anti-inflammatory compounds, and it found that aspirin from Bayer and ibuprofen in Advil and in Morton are least potent, while curcumin, which is what you find in turmeric, is among the most potent anti-inflammatory and anti-proliferative agent in the world. But, you won't see commercials for curcumin in the TV because nobody's going to make money if you're going to get better with the things that you eat. So you got to watch out for your own health, and you got to be your own health advocate. Another one, and the last one, is ginger. You can use it fresh, you can use it dried. It's been in the Asian culture forever. It's an immune modulator. It helps to reduce inflammation caused by overactive immune response. In fact, ginger health benefits may include even treating inflammation in allergies and asthmatic disorders. So we talked about 15 anti-inflammatory foods that you could add to your diet. You could do ginger and turmeric. You could do flaxseed and chia seeds, coconuts and walnuts. You could do bone broth and salmon. You could do pineapple and blueberries. We talked about broccoli, beets, celery, bok choy, and green leafy vegetables. This is your 15 anti-inflammatory foods that you could add to your diet in many shape and form. I hope that helped you. Please, please, please follow us on our social media. You can see our different channels if you go to our website at www.harmonywellness-frisco.com. Again, www.harmonywellness-frisco.